Have you ever stopped to observe that special look your cat gives you when they see you? Or notice that they do some things that seem almost childlike, as if, deep in their feline heart, they think you're much more than just the person responsible for food in the litter box? Well, my friend, what many pet parents don't know is that some felines develop such a deep, visceral connection with us that they begin to see us as true caregivers, or better yet, as a maternal figure. And if your cat shows some of the behaviors I'm going to reveal to you in the next few minutes, you can bet all your chips, they don't just see you as an owner. They consider you the most important person in their life, an essential part of their story. So relax, grab your kitty if they're nearby, and let's understand together the secret language of feline love. Because what you're going to discover today might completely change how you see the relationship with your four-legged companion. Let's start with one of the most evident and exciting signs. If your cat jumps on your lap, and look, that's already quite a privilege, and starts pressing you with their front paws, making that rhythmic movement as if they were kneading soft dough. Know that this isn't random. It's not just about physical comfort. This gesture, which we lovingly call making biscuits or kneading, is exactly the same movement they performed when they were still a tiny kitten nursing at their mother's chest. That instinctive movement that stimulated milk production. By repeating this ancestral behavior on you, decades after they stopped nursing, they're making a profound declaration. I feel as safe, as protected by your side as I felt next to my mother. It's as if, in that intimate moment, you two are transported to a parallel universe where you are the source of all the comfort and security they need in life. And there's more, much more. If they start licking you, whether it's your tired hand after a long day, your arm while you watch TV together, or even your face right when you wake up, this isn't just feline affection as many people think. In the complex feline mind, this licking represents genuine care, mutual protection, family unity. It's as if, with each lick, they were whispering, I take care of you because I trust you with my eyes closed. And I trust because I love you in a way that even I can't explain. This is the same language that mother cats use with their kittens. When a mother cat licks her babies, she's not just cleaning them, she's strengthening bonds, transmitting love, creating a sense of belonging. And when your cat does this with you, guess what? You've become family in the purest sense of the word. Now, I want you to stop for a moment and notice how your cat sleeps. If they actively seek your body to lean against, if they can only relax and fall asleep when they're snuggled up to you, if they abandon that expensive bed you bought to sleep literally on top of you, this isn't coincidence or stubbornness. You need to understand something fundamental about felines. Sleep is the most vulnerable, most dangerous moment in any wild animal's life, and even our domestic cats carry this ancestral instinct engraved in their DNA. They only allow themselves to relax completely, only enter that deep, restorative sleep next to someone who represents absolute protection, unquestionable security. And for your cat, my friend, that special person is you. You've become the guardian of their dreams, the safe harbor where they can let down all defenses and simply exist. You know the scene. You get up in the morning to brush your teeth, and when you look back, there they are, following you with that determined step. You go to the kitchen to make coffee. They appear out of nowhere. You enter the bathroom, and they're there at the door, waiting. You go to work on the computer. They position themselves strategically next to your desk. For those who don't understand feline behavior, this might seem like obsession or even something inconvenient. But let me explain what's really happening in their little head. Just as kittens instinctively follow their mother to learn about the world and stay safe, your adult cat follows you because you've become their guide, their reference point, the moral and emotional compass that guides their life. They're not being clingy without reason. They're saying, through this simple but profound body language, where you are, I feel at home. Where you go, I want to go to. Because you are my source of tranquility in this sometimes confusing world. Now, pay attention to this fascinating detail. If you live with more people in your house, family, friends, partner, but it's exclusively with you that your cat vocalizes if they call you specifically, ask for attention only from you, or even talk only to you, this reveals something extraordinary about your bond. Behavioral studies show that adult cats rarely meow to other cats. They reserve this form of communication almost exclusively for humans. But when they choose a specific person to be the main recipient of this conversation, it's because that person represents something unique, emotional, welcoming, understanding. The most intimate communication channel they can establish. It's as if they were saying, among all the humans in this house, you're the one who speaks my language. It's with you that I can be truly myself, without masks, without pretenses. And here we arrive at one of the most exciting, and at the same time concerning indicators of this special bond. Observe your cat's behavior in difficult moments. when they're sick, when something scares them, when they feel vulnerable or uncomfortable. A cat that sees you as a maternal figure won't hide under the bed or isolate themselves when they're feeling bad. On the contrary, they'll actively seek you out. They'll show that they're uncomfortable. They'll ask for help through their gaze. They'll seek your lap, your proximity, because in their mind, you're the person who can make everything okay again. This is exactly what kittens do when they feel in danger or discomfort. They run to their mother, instinctively knowing that there they'll find protection and care. When your adult cat replicates this behavior with you, it's because you've become the refuge figure in their life. But not all behaviors that demonstrate this deep attachment are easy to deal with. Some, in fact, can be signs that your cat is dealing with more complex emotional issues. Let's talk now about some behaviors that also reveal this deep attachment, but that ask for a more careful and understanding look from us. Have you ever observed your cat trying to suck on your favorite clothes, your softest blanket, or even a strand of your hair? Sometimes they do this while purring intensely, as if they were in a relaxing trance state. This behavior, technically known as non-nutritive sucking, usually has deep roots in your feline's life history. It often appears in cats that were separated too early from their mother, before the ideal 8 or 10 weeks, or that went through some emotional trauma in their first months of life. What happens is fascinating from a psychological point of view. They end up projecting onto you, and onto objects that carry your scent, that figure of absolute comfort they lost early. In some cases, it's just a gesture of deep relaxation, a form of emotional self-regulation. But if it's very frequent or compulsive, it's worth observing if they're dealing with some type of separation anxiety or stress. The good news is that this isn't necessarily problematic. It's just your cat showing you, in the way they can, how much you represent emotional security in their life. Now, let's address a behavior that can be frustrating for many pet parents, but that is actually an emotional cry for help when your cat, who is normally impeccable with hygiene, starts to pee or poop outside the litter box, especially after you leave home for extended periods. First of all, it's fundamental to rule out health problems with a veterinarian. But once medical causes are eliminated, this behavior frequently points to something very specific: separation anxiety. For many pet parents, it might seem like spite, stubbornness, or even revenge, but in reality, it's pure manifestation of fear. Fear of being away from who they consider their emotional safe harbor. It's as if they were saying, "You're so important to me that when you disappear, my world crumbles a little bit, and I need to mark territory with my scent to feel connected to you somehow." It's a behavior that asks for patience, understanding, and sometimes professional help. And we arrive at one of the most significant gestures in the feline vocabulary. When your cat lies in front of you and deliberately turns on their back, completely exposing their belly, the most vulnerable part of their body. Many people interpret this as an invitation to pet their belly, but be careful, it usually isn't. This gesture goes far beyond physical comfort. It's a demonstration of trust so deep it's moving. In nature, exposing the belly means putting oneself in a position of extreme vulnerability. When your cat does this voluntarily in your presence, they're making a powerful declaration. Here, by your side, I'm completely safe. Here I can lower all defenses. Here I'm truly free. It's the feline equivalent of handing you the keys to the house, car, and heart all at once. It's them saying, I trust you with my life. If after everything we've talked about here, you've identified that your cat demonstrates at least some of these behaviors frequently, if they need your lap like dough, if they follow you around the house like a loving shadow, if they sleep snuggled up to you, if they seek you out in difficult moments, then congratulations, my friend. This means you've achieved something truly rare and precious in the animal kingdom. You've become the most important person in their life. And when I say important, I'm not just talking about practical importance, like the person who fills a food bowl or cleans a litter box. I'm talking about emotional, affective, existential importance. For many people, having a cat means owning an animal, but for your feline, having you means having found family. It means having found unconditional love. It means having found home, not in the physical sense of the place where they sleep and eat, but in the deepest and most beautiful sense of the word, a place where they can be exactly who they are, without judgment, without fear, without reservations. With this special connection also comes a beautiful and important responsibility. When you become the maternal figure in a cat's life, you become responsible not only for their physical well-being, but also for their emotional balance. This means being attentive to signs of anxiety. It means providing routines that calm them. It means being patient with behaviors that can sometimes be challenging. It also means understanding that that furry being who shares the house with you isn't just a pet. They're a family member who places in you an almost childlike trust, an emotional dependence that is both touching and responsibility-bearing. You know, we live in an increasingly rushed, disconnected world, where genuine relationships have become something almost luxurious. And maybe that's exactly why these connections with our feline companions have become so precious and meaningful. Your cat doesn't love you. Despite your imperfections, they love you, including them. They don't judge you for your bad days. Don't question your choices, don't demand performances. They simply offer you a form of love that might be one of the purest that exists. Love without conditions, without contracts, without expectations beyond your presence. And if that's not reason enough to celebrate this special connection every day, I don't know what is. Did you enjoy discovering more about this fascinating universe of feline emotional language? I hope this chat has helped you better understand some behaviors of your four-legged companion and, who knows, has strengthened even more the special connection you already have. If you identified with the story, if you recognized your cat in some of these behaviors, or if you simply learned something new today, show it by leaving that cheeky like here on the video. It helps me a lot to continue producing quality content about the incredible world of felines. And if you're not yet part of our family here on the channel, take the opportunity to subscribe and activate the notification bell. That way you won't miss any tips, any curiosities, any discoveries about feline behavior, veterinary care, or any news about these extraordinary beings who have conquered our hearts. In the next videos, we're going to talk about how to interpret different types of purring, the signs that your cat is trying to protect you, and I'll also teach some techniques to strengthen even more the bond with your feline. It's going to be unmissable content. Thank you so much for staying here with me until the end, and see you in the next video. Take good care of your meow there, okay?